What was the biggest culture shock you experienced while traveling abroad? Public restrooms in Japan, heated seats, bidets, and buttons I'm still scared to press. I was in Saudi Arabia with work one time, and there was a public execution taking place in a car park behind the hotel. Mental. Longyearbyen in Spitsberg, it is forbidden to leave the city without a rifle and an authorization. Because of polar bears panel, beware of polar bear everywhere, no guns inside the market, and a pile of shotguns lying around next to the entrance. The school is a real prison, with iron grids and barbed wire to protect the children from the bears. It's forbidden to lock your car or house, so that anyone can take refuge in case of polar bear attack. Did I talked about polar bears? Driving in Dhaka and driving in Napoli. Never been so stressed for different reasons. Savo National Park guest lodge pool sign. No swimming after sunset. Silly me asked why. The cats drink there. At 9 o'clock we looked from the safety of the lodge. The cats were lions and leopards. North Africa. Men sitting outside, drinking tea, chatting, doing nothing. Women doing housework, getting food, picking up kids from school, lifting all the weight. In Japan, the politeness was a huge culture shock. Bowing instead of shaking hands and handling money with both hands flipped my etiquette expectations upside down. People take putting trash in the right bins pretty seriously in Germany. I once saw my landlord picking through my trash and sorting it shortly after moving in, and I got a stern lecture afterward. Saw him checking a few other times, but I did my best to do it right after that. Similarly in Switzerland, people seem to watch the trash bins like hawks. For anyone using the non-taxed, forget the term for it, bags. I always use the right ones, but I saw someone else use a normal black trash bag at like 10 p.m, and someone started shouting at him from one of the apartments above. Also was pretty surprised how different more laid-back restaurants are, especially in Switzerland. In the US, once you're done eating, or even before you are, they are giving you the check, so they can turn more tables ASAP. First time I went out to eat, I sat there with my friend for like 45 minutes before we caught on that maybe we have to ask for the bill. Honestly, just how late dinner is served in some places, like I was starving at 6 p.m. thinking I missed something huge. Food is life, you know. I stayed in a small village in Romania. They have unsegregated bathrooms without stall doors, and the toilets were basically holes in the ground you had to squat over. The streets were cobblestone and their main transportation was horse-drawn wagons. It was like stepping into the 800s, and it was 2 feet 6, paying for the bathroom. In spring, while at the Myeongdong bus stop in South Korea, I was surprised to find umbrellas left out for bus goers during the rain. Nearby stores likely provided them, and people would use and return them, hanging them on the railing without theft. It was a beautiful and unexpected act of trust. In Germany, cars on Autobahn don't stay in the left lane. They pass and then get right, and it's wonderful. Paying for 3 sheets of toilet paper in Prague. About a decade and a half ago, I went to visit my then boyfriend in Japan, where he was teaching English as part of the JET program. He met me at Narita Airport and we took a train to Tokyo. I had a moment of alarm when I saw that a lot of people were wearing masks, thinking there was an endemic illness spreading in Japan. My boyfriend hadn't told me that masking up to go out in public was the norm if you were concerned about getting sick, or if you were feeling poorly and didn't want to get others sick. American here. Either seeing little kids buck naked on a public beach, or the fact that water was more expensive than alcohol. Indian here. Moved to the UK for uni, and we have this tradition back home where we cut our birthday cake and feed a slice to loved ones. I was celebrating my birthday with friends from all over the world, and my friends looked genuinely confused. Why was I trying to shove a slice of my birthday cake into their mouths? The following few years, I cut my cake and stood awkwardly like after making a slit in the cake, waiting for people to finish singing. Mobile banking in Africa. Most people don't have bank accounts, so a debit credit card is useless in most cases except the big companies which focus on an international audience. You use money transfer services to pay. It is all stored on your phone. You pay by scanning a QR code of the business from which you buy something. If you need physical cash, you go to a business that has a sign of the service you're using and just transfer the amount of cash you want. Or you look for an agent of your service that has a booth on the street. It's a great system though, I really like it. That despite how friendly the Irish are, they are actually impossible to make friends with. Ireland has a very closed, family-centric culture. They make their friends at school and stick with them for life, very rarely letting new people into their circles. You'll never be short of a friendly someone to talk to sitting at the bus stop, but forget about living here as an outsider and making meaningful friendships. China. Diaper-aged children wearing assless chaps to feeding in public. I'm talking in the cities, Forbidden City, hotel hallways, streets.